Okay, so Supreme Deity Battle. If you guys have been following me and looking at my posts that I do on YouTube, you guys know that I actually ended up beating the Supreme Deity on Hell. So I'm going to make a guide for people who are wanting to know how to win and maybe are confused about how to play. I will say right now, before we even do anything else, this mode is kind of just RNG. I'm gonna be straight up. It is RNG. A little bit of it is in your control, but who you fight, the mechanics, the rules, they are all RNG. So I just want you guys to be aware that going into this battle, it isn't like you follow this guide step by step and you'll win. I just want to put that out there. But before I hop in, guys, be sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel. Let's shoot for 8,000 subscribers before the end of the year. We definitely can do it, but I'm going to need your support. And then let's shoot for 30 likes for this video, since it is going to be a little bit of a longer one, guys. We are going to try and break down the battle as much as we possibly can. I'm not even sure I'll beat it. So yeah, just be prepared for that. But without further ado, let's go ahead and let's jump right in. Okay, guys, so this is the team that I'm running for Supreme Deity Battle. I have the Sins team, so we're running Nemesis Melee, LR Escanor, and the What If units. The nice thing about this team is that there's no collab units, and they are actually all summonable units that you can get. So that's going to be the good thing. The only bad part is it is a very, very in-game player team slash very cost-heavy team. You have 2 LRs, and then you have 2 units that are, who knows when they're coming back. So I just want you guys to keep that in mind. I will experiment with different teams that I find and see which one works well, which ones don't, stuff like that. But anyway, here's the equipment. The equipment that I'm running attack crit on this Nemesis Melee, attack defense on Escanor, and HP defense on the What If units. And then on the links here, the equipment. So there we go. For the artifact set, I'm using this one right here. I don't know what this one's actually called, but this set right here, which increases applicable allies' basic stats by 7% and damage dealt with counters and single target by 10%. This is a very, very, very strong card set for this team, by the way. I just want to put that out there. So that's what I'm running. If you guys are having trouble too, there are recommended teams. This team right here is probably the best team for the Supreme Deity Battle. I'm gonna try this team out. This team definitely is second because I definitely can beat it with this team. And then we're using, I guess, the 3rd most popular team. So let's go ahead and let's give it a shot. Let's see what we can do. Again, I don't know if I'm going to win, but it's going to be fun regardless to see how far I can get. Again, the mechanics, they're not too bad. They're not like terrible. It's just a lot of RNG. So when you go into the battle, you're going to get a, I forget, is it authority? I think it's her authority. So she'll give you, oh, edict. I'm sorry. So edict. So when you start the battle, Supreme Deity is going to cast a divine edict. You have to abide by this edict, which is basically a rule, or you'll be cursed, and her curses can hurt. So I just want to put that out there. I think we look at, or I think they updated it, right? So now you can just look at it. Oh, you might not be able to look at the Supreme Deity. Okay, that's fine. I think we can look at what she like what she gives in terms of debuffs. I think maybe not. Okay, but irregardless, she's gonna cast edicts, and then you get cursed whenever you don't follow a edict. So just keep that in mind. So we have on the turn, all enemies are defeated. The same hero must not use 2 or more skills 2 or more times, which isn't that bad actually. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're just probably gonna, let's rush, I think I'm gonna rush, I was gonna say Meliodas, but I think I'm gonna rush Escanor's ult. Let's just really pump into this guy in the middle here. Remember, with Nemesis, or not Nemesis, female melee, we can cancel stances. So that's the nice thing about this team. This team comp that we're running, all the units have a purpose. Meliodas, I mean, to be honest, Meliodas is just damage, and then Escanor is also damage, but he provides the eternal flames. That's going to be really, really helpful for increasing the damage that we do, and also getting when we get attacked, decreasing the damage that we take. So it's gonna be really, really nice. All right, so for this one, we're gonna go ahead and cancel this guy's stance. We want to make sure that he dies, so we're gonna go ahead and I hope Escanor is gonna be enough to kill. in the case he isn't, I am going to use an AoE. Now, actually, I'm not going to do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this. I'm going to do... So we'll do... Cancel the stance. We'll do this. Melee or single target should kill. In the off chance that it doesn't, I'll use this card with female melee. I don't think that's going to do that much damage, but the reason why I did that is because if you don't, so this is the authority. If you don't follow this, there we go, got it. If you don't follow the Supreme Deity's authority, by the way, you will be restricted. If you use that skill, like the skill type, if you use it 3 or more times within the same turn, you can't use that skill type. I know it's a little weird the way it's worded, but basically if you use 3 or more attack cards in 1 turn, you won't be able to use attack cards for 2 turns. So keep that in mind. There are a lot of things you have to remember. So you have to keep in mind your edict and the authority. So it's a little bit annoying having to follow that, but it's not impossible. Like, it's not like the worst ever. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna do this. Boom. We'll attack into this guy, and then I'll attack into, let's attack into the blue one. We'll merge with melee. Then I think we'll, yeah, I think that should, yeah, we should be good if we just do this. Yeah, perfect. Because we still get 1 more turn. Look how much damage we do, by the way. We still get 1 more turn that we can stall. So these I don't know what you want to call them, these stars or slashes or whatever, these indicate how many turns you have left. I didn't say that because, well, I mean, it says turn right above it, but these indicate how many turns you have left. So since we only have 1 slash, shard, whatever you want to call it, left in the gauge, after this turn, if we don't kill this enemy, the Supreme Deity absorbs however many enemies are on the field, and because of that, it'll actually screw you over in the end when you have to face her divine forces. So I'll explain more of that at the end, but right now it's at 0%. We want this to stay at 0%. We allegedly, primarily we want this to stay at 0%, but we might not be able to do that in this run. Okay, so we stalled for Melee's ult. I think I can actually get female bond. We're gonna try and use female bond as much as possible. Okay, so remember, this is the last enemy. We cannot use another bond skill or we get cursed. So I just want you guys to remember that. Ooh, we only have, okay, so I guess we'll just use the rank, rank 1 with Nemesis melee. Oh, will this kill? Oh, this might actually kill. Oh, it doesn't. All right, perfect. So we don't waste the card. All right, we should be good. Yeah, we should be all right. So once you follow the edict, it'll say the Supreme Deity is silent, which means that you successfully managed to avoid being cursed. When you get cursed, it'll apply as exhausted, and you can actually see the debuff on your enemies or on your allies. Okay, so for this stage, I mean, to be honest, for this stage, there's a couple of ways you can play it. The easiest way, to be honest, the easiest way I would play it is I would just go into assault mode and nuke the shield. To be completely honest, if you didn't want to do that, you could waste an assault mode here and then use an AoE to get rid of the barrier and then play like that. For now, I think I'm just going to use assault mode. That should get rid of the barrier. I mean, I'm hoping Melee doesn't kill this grunt here, but I think he might. He might end up killing the grunt. We'll see. Either way, I'm going to use Bond because if he doesn't kill this guy right here, we'll actually be able to snatch that orb and get the basic stats. How many basic stats increase are we with Bond? So we're at 2. We can get a hell of a lot more. So yeah, I'm going to do this. Now, I don't know if it's going to kill all the enemies, so I don't want to use another assault. Well, actually, I guess I can because we don't have the edict, so I guess I could do that. But to play it safe, I'm going to use female Bond's AoE, and then I'm just going to use Escanor's ult just to be safe. Okay, so he doesn't kill, not even close. That's fine. We're still chilling. The main thing you want to do is you kind of just want to go for the guy in the middle, because he's going to be applying this thing called Judgment's, is it Judgment's Prayer or Judgment Song or something like that? It's some type of, yeah, Judge's Protection. So that's the buff that he places on his allies. When he applies, I think it's 2 of these. So when he has 2 or more of that Judge's Protection, it's replaced with Song of Judgment. And when he gets Song of Judgment, all his stats increase, and then he also can't take a certain amount of damage, right? So it is kind of annoying in the way you have to do it, but you just really want to focus in on the big guy in the middle. Single target attacks are what you're gonna want to do, because if you read before I clicked off of it, he does decrease AoE damage. So stage 2's damage is decreased with AoE, so keep that in mind. So my tactic is I kind of just pump and dump into the middle guy. Like, that's legit my tactic. I just pump and dump into the middle guy. Again, the good thing about having female melee and Escanor is the fact that we have 2 units who can remove stances. Female melee is going to be better at it because she just off rip can cancel stances. Escanor is going to be a little bit more challenging. Oh, see, now my attack skills are, I see. Okay. So now, because I didn't follow the Supreme Deity's authority, I actually got all of my attack skills, how do you say, blocked, or, you know what I'm saying. You guys know what I'm saying. I'm losing my words. Jesus Christ. All right, let's cancel the stance here. The good thing about female melee too, even if I had my hand sealed with attack cards, she merges this into a debuff card. That is dumb. Like, that's actually super strong. And I guess we can merge. That's fine. We'll merge with melee here. We don't want to use another debuff because then that will be canceled. We don't want that. I think we might actually end up losing this run, to be honest, or not this run per se, but this stage, just in the way it played out. We might. The AoEs now will actually hit pretty hard. Let's hope that melee can do some damage with these counters. Okay, that was actually pretty good damage. I was gonna say, yeah, let's hope he can deal some damage with the counters he's gonna do. We'll use this first, so that way we can snatch the orbs. Let's use the ultimate with her. I don't think that's gonna do much damage, but you know, any damage helps. I'm actually gonna use assault mode, and I'm actually going to do this. I'm gonna do that. We'll use the AoE because now that the big guy in the middle is gone. Okay, I'm so sorry about that. My computer actually ran out of memory, so it stopped recording, but thankfully I caught it in time. So yeah, anyway, like I was saying, we're going to use the AoE ult from Bond. We're going to use the ult from melee, and then we're actually going to go ahead, and now that the big guy's out of the way, we should be able to do a lot of damage with our AoE from assault melee. This should kill. Emphasis on should kill. Yeah. It should kill. It should kill. Let's do this. Do I really? I'm trying to think of how I want to play this. Okay, to play it safe, I feel like I should use this card. I think I will, just to play it safe, to make sure we can actually kill. You see now that they're gonna take a lot of damage. Oh well, I did forget about the counter that okay, hopefully the counter damage doesn't actually kill me. Oh wait, she's immune. Oh, perfect. And so is Nemesis melee. Yeah, we're good. Never mind. I forgot we were immune. I forgot about that. Female Bond. So clutch, being immune to counter damage. Who does that? She's so nasty. All right, so this phase is the hardest phase people will have trouble with, because of the fact that these enemies all have, it's not hard to understand, but they all have some weird type of buff. You see how it says Supreme Deity's favor, which means that you are going to take a little bit of chip damage when you do AoEs, but you kind of need to do them. Like, you do need to do AoEs against these guys in order to get through their mechanics. So the mechanics that this stage has is every time you attack an enemy, they get, I think give me a second, is it this one? Yes. So they have 4 of these Supreme Deity's favors that we saw. Every time you attack an enemy, one of the Supreme Deity's favors goes away, and then it applies 1 Crest of Protection. The Crest of Protection applies fixed damage. That's why it's so tough for people to actually get through this stage, because they don't realize that. Once the enemy gets Crest of Protection, they're basically immortal. So you can't actually do anything. You have to hit them, I believe it's 8 times in total. I think you have to hit every single unit 8 times in total, but I'm not too sure. I think it's 8. I believe it's 8 times in total. So in order to bypass that, unless you absolutely want to play it out, the way you can bypass this stage is by using the Stigmata of Weakening. I didn't really go over the Stigmatas just because sometimes, you know, you have to save them, and you know, it's sometimes you don't even really use it. Depends, right? It depends. But anyway, I forgot to go over them, right? So the Stigmata of Weakening, this literally is what it says. It weakens all of them. It applies a debuff on all your enemies, and it makes them take 100% more damage. And then it also removes their buffs and gives them an additional 100% damage taken. So it makes them really, really weak. Super weak. This is just basically healing you, removes all your debuffs. Also, it applies this purification, so whenever you're healed beyond your max HP, you actually get a little bit more boost to your gauge, which is nice. The Stigmata of Strengthening isn't really one of these stigmatas you're gonna use a lot. It can come in handy, it's just not like the best. Honestly, it should have increased defense instead of filling up your ultimate move gauge, but whatever. And then the Stigmata of Destruction, this is going to be really useful whenever you have enemies that are really annoying with stances. That's where it's going to be super helpful. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and, well, hold on. Actually, we're going to stall a little bit. I lie. So you guys are going to see how you can get by this stage pretty easily. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It legit doesn't matter. We'll go ahead and we'll just move a card. We'll merge with Escanor. We'll get the attack. So you see that we actually did pretty good. We actually did really good damage there. You see that we did damage. Unfortunately, counters do not proc the, what is it, Crest of Protection or, you know, Supreme Deity's Favor. So if you counter attack, it won't remove their Crest of Protection, unfortunately. And I made a little bit of a mistake. I'm sorry. You don't have to hit every single enemy. You have to just hit an enemy and every single one of their whatchamacallit, their Crest Protection will go away as long as you hit. Oh, maybe it is. No, it definitely is. It is, you have to hit each and every one of them, right? Because what's the last turn that we did? Did we do an AoE last turn? I can't actually remember if we did an AoE. I don't think we did though. So yeah, I think you only have to hit one enemy, and then it'll take away the Supreme Deity's Favor one time and apply that Crest of Protection. This stage is probably the hardest to understand. Anyway, so when you get this weakening, just hit them with this, right? Now, this is only a tactic you can use on characters you know will live, because unfortunately, this guy in the middle right here, he reflects damage taken, right? Where is it at? I think, where is it at? It's somewhere here that he reflects the damage. Yeah. So when taking fatal damage, he inflicts 300% of the damage taken to the enemy who used the skill. So basically, you're gonna die unless this character, or I say character, unless this enemy is legitimately at 1 HP, you are going to die. There is nothing you can do about that. So to bypass the rules and the effects of this stage, really all you do is take a character like Nemesis Melee, who's immortal. I think you can use Escanor and Merlin too. I think that with their Flame of Obliteration, you can bypass this. Anyone who can like just become immortal is gonna be good in an AoE ult, right? Whoever has an AoE ult or just a really strong AoE is gonna be very, very strong for this mode. Okay, so hopefully this kills. I think it will, because they're all weakened. We'll see though. We'll see. If it doesn't, well, I guess it's GG's for us, because that's not gonna do. Actually, I'm gonna save that gold card. So we'll do this, proc the assault mode. We'll get rid of this card, and we don't really need that either. This should kill though. This should kill. Yep, 99 million. So you saw that I took reflect damage there, but we live because melee. Now, but the good thing is we do have a lot of stigmatas, right? We do have a lot of stigmatas saved up. Okay, so for this stage, so what is this? The 4th stage. So the 4th stage of the Supreme Deity, really the only thing about this stage that sucks is the fact that they're basically immortal, and we actually got really lucky getting the Stigmata of Weakening again. You can, okay, so it depends. You can choose how you want to play this, right? So now that I have 0% in the Supreme Deity's gauge, which is really good, I can actually decide if I want to just stall here or if I want to actually like, you know, play it out. I think what I'll do, to be completely honest, is I actually will hit him with the Stigmata of Weakening, and we'll just play out. We'll just play it out. So let's start building up some alt moves here. We can't get rid of his stance, so I'm not even gonna waste this with whatchamacallit, with female melee. What I'll do is I'll wait the first turn because he's immune stance cancel. I'll wait the first turn. I'll just use these Escanor cards to build up some HP. This is kind of a waste because we don't have female bonds. Yeah, we have her at 6. It's kind of a waste of a card, but it's okay. And then we'll just move her card there. Again, just trying to get some life steal from attacking the middle guy. So once you use the Stigmata of Weakening on this stage, it applies an effect on all the enemies called Destroyed Community, which is funny as hell. So basically what happens once you use the Stigmata of Weakening on the 4th stage, this Destroyed Community, they actually all take shared damage when you use a single target skill. So it's nice because when you inflict damage with a single target skill, everyone takes the same damage. So what this means is you can find the enemy with the least amount of defense. So find the enemy with the least amount of defense and just aim for them, because the more damage they take, that damage is reflected on the other enemies no matter what. Even if this defense was at 9 billion, even if it was at 9 billion on these guys, if you attack her, or I guess these two, right? If you attack these two enemies, even if they have 9 billion defense, I really want to stress this, if you use a single target attack and it does super massive damage on this enemy, it reflects. I just really want to stress that because I feel like not a lot of people understand. We lost the ult with Escanor, which is unfortunate, but that's actually not the worst ever. That's actually not too bad, I think. What I want to do as far as, I think I'll just go for the, we'll just go for the kill. Yeah, we'll just go for the kill. Because again, remember what I said, every bit of damage that we do on her, it's gonna, you see how it's reflected on her little friends over there? Now watch. And boom, we did 3 million, which means, and we take them out. Easy. I know it's a little complicated and it's a little tough to understand. It does get easier. I promise. It does get easier. As you do it, as you fail, it does get easier. I promise. So now that we passed the 4th stage, we move on to, what did they call this? Heavenly Punishment Forces of Certain Doom. I hate these names. They're so crazy. I hate these names, dog. Heavenly Punishment Forces of Transcendence. Heavenly Punishment Forces of Immortality. Heavenly Punishment Forces of the End. This is, I love it. I hate it and I love it. It's so great. Anyway, so we got Heavenly Punishment Forces of Certain Doom because we are at 0% in this Heavenly Punishment gauge, I guess. So the Heavenly Punishment gauge is gonna be filled only when you fail to kill the enemies on specific stages. So that's the only way this will go up. We got 0, which is pretty good. Pretty good. Honestly, we got some pretty good RNG just in general. So again, we still have to follow the authority. We might lose this one. It's possible. Yeah, it's possible. Damage decreases damage taken from rank 3 skills. Okay, so that's how this stage works. I don't think I ever fought this stage. So decreases damage taken from rank 3. So so basically you want to do rank 3 skills. And they have a lot of HP, and we can't use any of the Stigmata. Oh, yes, we can. I think we can. What does this do? Remove all stances. Does 2 million HP damage. I do kind of want to just get rid of our debuffs. I do kind of just want to heal up. Okay, let's do this. So we have to do 8 million. That's so crazy. Are there any hidden thing? I don't know if there's anything hidden in these stages. Like, that's the one thing that scares me if there's anything hidden. That's why I said we might not win. I never fought this stage. I never fought this stage. Who do we go for? I guess let's target the females. I think if we go for the females, increase the hero's base stat by 10% when an ally or enemy dies. Okay, it's pretty crazy. Each time this unit stance is removed, and applies an effect on all allies that decreases damage. Oh, so yeah, you definitely want to go for them. So are these two female warriors the ones that are doing that then? No. They're all doing it. Okay, they're literally all doing it. Okay. So yeah, I guess I'll just go for them since they have the least amount of HP. Sure. How about we save Bond? Let's just go for the AoE here. We can remove buffs with Escanor, so I guess that's the good thing about having an Escanor. Let's move Melly. How much damage do we do? Damn, we don't really even chip their HP. Or her HP. Oh, well, I mean, we did actually pretty good damage. Am I crazy? I feel like we did pretty good damage. Am I reading that right? I might not be reading this right. Decreases damage taken. Okay, I don't know. Do they just not have a lot of, like, oomph? I mean, the counter attack is going to be real devastating to them. And then they also get debuffed. They can be debuffed too? Because I can see that they're being, the infect is on them. Okay. Sure. Let's do this. This should get her, like, this should get her passive maxed out. No, almost though, almost. I guess they took a lot of damage. Let's just do this. Let's do that. Again, I do want to take. Let's just take out the girls. That doesn't really matter, I don't think. All right, AoE, increase our basic stats even more. Let's see how much damage Melly does. I mean, it was decent damage. Can we win before the time or the turn count is up? Man, we used two. We used three. Yeah, we did. We did. Can we win? I don't know if we can win. Let's see. I don't know if we can win. Either way, it doesn't really matter. I don't think it matters at this point because all she's gonna do, or will she for sure kill us? She might actually for sure kill us. I can't remember. I think she might actually for real kill. Let's. I guess let's go for again. You. Well, All right, let's move a melee card because we can get his ult next turn. Let's do this. We'll go ahead and let's see if we can get rid of the grunt at least. So we remove the buffs. We should be able to get rid of the grunt. Next turn, I'm really hoping we can kill. I am really hoping we can kill next turn because I think this might be GG's for us if we. I think this might be GG's. We don't have. Thank God we have the counter on melee. Thank God we do a little bit of chip damage if they attack. So that's good. Yeah, so any chip damage we can get off, please, I need it. I need it, please. Okay, so the big guy attacks, but the female didn't attack. Damn. Okay, and they have these buffs, dude. Okay, the buffs are what's gonna kill me. I can't even remove them either, too. Oh, shit, we might be dead. We might be dead. Oh, shit. This could be GG's. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. This could be GG's right now. Let's do this. This should do pretty good damage. I have to go. I have to go like this hard. I have to. The assault mode should do pretty good damage, right? Oh my god, it didn't even do anything. Wow. Yeah, we failed. Yeah, it's I think it's the buffs that they have on because I think they have too much HP now for us to even. Yeah, look at that. We're done. Like I said, I did all that and we lose. Like it just happens. It just happens. It's all RNG. It's all RNG. If I had the weakening effect, actually, I could have won. If I had the weakening effect, I could have actually won, I think. Damn, man. But you guys seen how far I made it, even with just kind of talking over it? I made it pretty far, right? I made it pretty far. But yeah, that's pretty much the short end of it. I mean, the video is long, so I hope you guys had your snacks ready. I don't think a lot of people are going to even really watch this video, so this could all be for nothing. But hopefully it helped you out a little bit in terms of its mechanics, like how it works. yada, yada, yada. But anyway, this will be your boy Dev signing out. I love you all. I hope you have a beautiful and blessed rest of your day.